Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advanced Division here, League Zero, Week 3. We got a banger match today. Hope's Peak against Powerhouse. My name is Buster. Join with me is Acri Ekrinator,
Yep.
production head. Here, yeah. Hello, hello.
Yep. It's gonna be hopefully a good game. Hope's Peak and Powerhouse both coming off of close map 5 victories from last week. Uh, Powerhouse still currently undefeated, so they're hoping to keep that streak going. Hope's Peak was normally expected to be one of the top teams, so they're trying to claw their way back up after a rough week 1. They've been teasing some tomfoolery for the game this week, and right now they have Naisu and Flawless in on the tank line from the looks of it. So we might be seeing some Rhino Risa or some double main tank action. I'm not really sure how well Flawless and Naisu are capable of filling that off tank position, so I don't really know. Granted, Adbon is, so if they really needed to, they could probably put. Actually, I'm not sure if they have another DPS. I don't know what their lineup is right now, so it's hard to say one way or the other.
Yeah. But hey, I want to see some tomfoolery, whether that's a double main tank action or whatever's gonna go down. Let's have some fun. At the end of the day, we're all playing Overwatch. We're all just here to enjoy our time. So yeah, I think this will be a great match. I hope Speak have a lot to prove, and Powerhouse want to continue being the powerhouse. They want to go 3-0, going into the halfway point of the season. So
Yeah,
should be a tight race here.
yeah, definitely. From the looks of it, I don't know who won the coin flip, but I'm assuming Busan is the actual map pick. A little bit different from what these teams usually like to run. A lot of the time, Advance just kind of defaults to, the Lijiang and then King's Row and then whatever, the Rialto if it's Escort. So they tend to go along a very specific pattern. So the fact that
Yeah, I
whoever's
mean,
running
it's how it
Busan,
is. You know,
yeah,
you play, the fan favorite maps. It's usually how it is.
especially when you get towards like this division where they like to just run it down mid with the maps they know. These guys are all technically the division is 3750 and above, but I think just about everyone besides like Bereal on Powerhouse is pretty high GM in the grand scheme of things. I mean, heck, Mythology is a former top OD main support, kind of retired now, still likes to meme around in community tournaments like
Have a
this.
have a little bit of fun. Do a little bit of trolling.
Yep,
Yeah,
looks like.
so should be a great match here, honestly. We have a lot of tomfoolery to be expected. Let's see how everything pans out, really.
Yep, looks like we're just waiting on Powerhouse to give the ready. It looks like One Punch Man, the manager, is quote giving a motivational speech. So I don't know how
Yeah,
well that'll go, but we'll see one way or the other. I mean, they are the heavy favorites coming into this game, just because they've been the heavy favorites from since the preseason. They haven't disappointed yet. Uh, I'm expecting quite a lot to come out from them. They've looked by far the best, although Axolotl Syndicate last week did give them a little bit of trouble going to map 5. Powerhouse consistently seems to be that team that can adapt, which is extremely important, especially at this level. When you have teams running very niche compositions, you need to be able to adapt and run them into the ground. Basically, that's the hallmark of the better teams here in really any tournament at this level.
yeah, and I'm excited to see what these teams bring to the table. I mean, this me personally, this is my first non-novice league cast, so I want to
Okay.
be impressed here. I want to be blown away.
Well,
And I think this is just the match to do it. I want to see
yeah.
Hope's Peak come out and do a little bit of trolling, and then maybe take Powerhouse to map 5. Great Overwatch.
Yeah, who's to say? Well, if you're not familiar with the advanced division, some of the players I would recommend keeping an eye on would probably be, let's see, both main tanks, Speed and Flawless, are rather nasty. Adbon and Azali, the Flex DPS. Actually, I don't know who plays Flex DPS in Powerhouse. Both Azali and Bereal kind of play that, but Adbon and Azali are both pretty nasty. And then the main supports, Mythology and Geode, are both um, they're the Lucio of the Reddit persuasion, shall we say? So it's
Well,
those matchups in particular I'm interested to
perfect,
see.
perfect. That's just what I want to see. Just greatest, great gameplay here. I think.
Uh,
I think it's going to be a great game, honestly speaking. We have some funny stuff. There's still They're still giving the motivational speech. Still giving the motivational. It has not ended yet. It will be a smidgen longer until we can get into the game here. The motivational speech is still going on, so it's just how it is sometimes, I suppose.
Yeah, well, not much you can do about it. They like to take their time. They have time to spare for the time being. Yeah,
I actually know speed,
now they're ready.
which is crazy. Now they're ready, but I actually know speed, which is crazy. We played on a team a while back, a good while, but like a year ago. So yeah, small world we live in. That I am here casting his game now. So yeah, we're gonna go into Busan here. It'll be amazing gameplay.
Looks like we're gonna be seeing. I believe this is Sanctuary or Shrine, one of the two. I always get those mixed up because
this one I believe is. I believe this one's I'm trying to remember how all them. It's
the one with the giant
Sanctuary. It's Sanctuary mecha based downtown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's two sanctuaries. There's, I believe, in the
Nepal,
game.
I believe.
Yeah, Nepal
or something.
That's Sanctum and then Nepal Shrine. You know what? Close enough.
Yeah.
They're all the same. They're all the same.
Basically, yeah. Either way, both of these teams kind of teasing interesting compositions. For now, we have Hope's Peak on the left side, obviously. Teasing that Ryan Winston. So I know I said something about Devil Main Tank, but I wasn't fully expecting this, although I'm not terribly disappointed in it. So they're going to be looking to play super aggressive if, they are running out on this. Expect a lot of speed.
Ooh, that is a really nice early hack onto speed. Can't really do anything. Boreal goes low, trying to aggress onto the Mei wall, splitting up all of Hope's Peak, but not really able to capitalize. Azali is the first blood that's drawn, and okay, Hope's Peak just running at Powerhouse. Absolutely, they're just gone.
Yeah, well, I was kind of expecting and kind of not expecting that much speed, but I'm glad to see it. Hope's Peak in past weeks has looked a little bit sloppy at times, but it looks like they're starting to get things together. I mean, Naisu already has the Shatter. He's been known as a Reinhardt specialist quite a lot in past seasons.
Wow. Yeah, that is just insane. Boreal gets hacked up and a nice focus. Yeah, you said Naisu is just absolutely just melted Boreal. The Shatter doesn't connect though. So this could be a time for Powerhouse to turn. Its speed just kind of pins into the Oblivion and just gets instantly melted while he's in the wrong team's backline. Another shrink away there. A lot of interesting stuff.
The weird thing here for Hope's Peak is that they're taking these fights so quickly that despite the fact that they've won 2, they're only like 45% on the point on the board. So they have quite a long ways to go if they keep taking fights this quickly. They're probably gonna need to land some shatters. But that's
again, another fast. Yeah, there it is. Another fast fight. See that go off right now. Mythology and Azali coming up big though, getting 2 picks for their team. And yeah, Nice is just in the back line. He takes out Boreal. Finally, they're able to take care of him, but Mythology had to invest a beat to make sure no other casualties were taken. Term finally gets taken out as he was also with Naisu in the back, and they're just going to stall this one out. You see Pixel Master, they're slowly staggering onto this point. They're going to have to clean up Flawless here, 50% to a Primal. No funny business here, no monkey business, but yeah, they're just staggering. They just can't clean everyone up on time. Naisu's back. Term is here.
Okay.
You see the Sombra come in from Adbon, sorry. Nice stall, actually. 88% on the board.
Yeah, I mean, they effectively lost that fight at, 65-ish%? They got a free 20% just from not giving up the point. Now, granted, they gave Powerhouse a few extra ultimate percentages. Speed is a lot closer to another Shatter. Granted, Naisu's had his for quite a while now. It's like a minute-long Shatter charge.
Minute per Shatter.
Minute per Shatter. Actually land something with this one, and besides the
EMP Shatter! Oh my god, that's absolutely huge. You see Naisu just laying everyone on the ground. New pair of Crocs after that one, honestly. New pair of Crocs. But they trade! They're even right now! Mythology! Oh no, Term. I believe he was stunned by Azali on the McCree, so unable to finish off the Death Blossom, and yeah, that's all Powerhouse needed. They're able to turn that one back. I mean, amazing. That's it.
I think maybe if Term had been quicker to press the go button there on the Death Blossom, he might have been able to find more kills. But at that point, nothing was really happening. It was kind of the neutral fight. Everyone was even. And there was too many resources to be able to work against the Death Blossom.
Oh, the shatter. He went for the corner play, unable to get it off. Hope's Peak investing the beat. Jason with the window, though, just forcing everyone from Hope's Peak to scatter. Geode, the first one to fall, and Flash Fan on the at Bond means, yeah, you're just gonna have to go back to spawn here. Nicey's already has another shatter, though, which is absolutely impressive.
Where is he getting these shatters from? This man doesn't know what a shield is. Either way, I mean, yes, he has it, but aside from, I think, one shatter towards the very beginning, he hasn't gotten the most value out of them, so that's kind of the next step, right? Getting them is a good start, but you got to be able to use them. They're going to have one more fight, because now Powerhouse has stalled out the point until they're about 80-90% now, so it's going to be...
Yeah, this is the last fight
to come out from Pixel Master.
Yeah, Adbon has to come up huge with this hack here, manual hack. Oh, Boreal, he went for the play, but the shatter from Naisu just absolutely denies all value. Oh, but a reciprocation. Naisu's down, Flawless is down. No tanks on the field for Hope's Peak. Term laying out the Blossom, able to get the DMAC on the X runner, but Jason's window just keeping everyone tops up. Final moments here for Hope's Peak, looking to keep this map alive. Adbon just stalling above the drum, but not really going to be able to do much. Nicey's back on the ball, but I don't think he's going to last super long here as they're slowly focusing him down. But Flawless is backfield. Azali, though, returning on the Doomfist. It's a Doomfist v Doomfist. Looks like Term is going to be on the losing end of that one, and Powerhouse showing that they are a powerhouse, taking the first map here on Busan.
It felt a lot like Hope's Peak got a little bit overly ambitious in a lot of these fights. They were, down maybe a few members, and they were still investing ultimates that they could have probably better saved for the upcoming fight, so that they have, a distinct advantage over Powerhouse coming into that next contention for the point. But instead, they wasted resources, and they didn't really have enough to cap it out at the very end, especially when you have such clutch players like Azali and like Mythology on Powerhouse. They're gonna be able to bring it back if you don't have a ridiculous amount of resources to bring it all the way through and capture the point and fully win the fight. If anyone on Powerhouse is alive, the fight isn't over quite yet.
That is true. Powerhouse, gods of clutch. I guess they're just the gods of clutch, and yeah, Speed living up to his name. He is already on the other side of the map within 15 seconds of the round starting. And Hope's Peak are just stuck on this choke. Flawless on the Winston still, so, double main tank shenanigans. I like it.
There's a lot of poke coming out from both teams, so no one really wants to commit. I think they're waiting for some ultimates to build up or so. Oh, well, I didn't say that.
Just as you say it, there's the commit. Flawless going deep, able to get a lot of damage down. Allows Nice to just run in at the enemy team, taking out Speed and Jason in the back line. And yeah, DPS line cleaning it up for Hope's Peak, so they do get the first point capture, and definitely, slow but steady.
How does Naisu build up these shadows? I take my eye off of him for 3 seconds, and he has another one. It's just ridiculous at this point. I don't know. As long as he can find some value out of them, I can see him working out.
Okay, Adbon really just went for that teleport. Pixel Master laying down the window, just putting down a lot of pressure. Speed, first one to fall in the free shatter from Naisu. Lays everyone on the ground. Again, this man cleaning up the sneaker shop with another large shatter, and there it is, Hope's Peak. Another fight win.
I mean, especially when you look at what they invested into that fight from Hope's Peak. I mean, they really just used the window and the shatter, and I mean, normally the shatter would be a big investment, but the way Naisu's been building it is basically the same as a Bat Matrix, so...
Okay, that is a lot of aggression, and they're able to capitalize on it. Adbon with the Death Blossom opening everything up. Naisu following it up. Lots of kills. Boreal tries to do the same, but it unfortunately just gets absolutely eaten up. And again, Hope's Peak just playing on another level here.
Yeah, they're definitely looking a lot more alive, and more similar to what I think people were expecting of them in the preseason, as opposed to their Week 1 performance. So they're definitely cleaning it up quite a bit. Adbon doing a good job with the Death Loss, and they're putting in a ton.
Oh no, Azali went for the high noon to zone off Hope's Peak, but unfortunately gets instantly eviscerated as soon as he pops the ultimate. And sure, Boreal's able to kill Term, but that's really all you're going to get here. And 87%, it's not looking too hot.
Yeah, especially with yet another Shatter and Bat Matrix, and keep in mind, Hope's Peak won 2 fights ago with just those 2 ultimates, so there's a good chance they can do it again.
Yeah, they're scrambling for the touch. Naisu with the Shatter lays out Jason on the ground. Baptiste already gone. That's all your healing and the immortality field. No longer in the fight. And again, Azalian speed instantly gone. And just X-Runner trying his hardest, dropping the bomb, but it's not going to be enough as looks like Hope's Peak are going to take us to downtown.
Well, I was hoping for a close-ish game, and we got there.
Yeah, this is looking tight.
So
Absolutely.
far, so good. I'm really happy to see Hope's Peak actually continually improving. You know, sometimes you gotta worry that there's just like a kink in the plan, especially with 2 main tanks right now. In past weeks, they've had like Adbon and off tank, who is pretty good, but isn't quite as flexible as he is on the DPS. So I think this is very much the position he wants to be in, and they seem to be doing pretty well with the double main tank comp. As long as they can play aggressive like they want, it's working.
Yeah. You know, again, these teams just sticking to the comps. No changes. They're just running the same thing. Map after map here on Boost. How are they going to answer to Naisu? I mean, he's just so aggressive. I guess that's how they're going to answer. Yep, Boreal blows him up, immediately just gone, out of the fight. Term next on the fall, and Powerhouse, they recognize, Naisu's aggression. They capitalized on it. There it is. They take a clean fight.
Why is it that whenever the cards are down, Azali goes over to the Doomfist? This man has done it for like 5 separate seasons now, and it's worked every time. No one counters him from it. It's just insane. It's like his pocket pick that no one expects from who's normally a hit scan player, and he's so lethal. He just gets away with whatever he wants.
Yeah, man's getting away with murder, just like the TV show. Maybe he's a fan. Who knows? Immortality field already down for Pixel Master Speed with the Shatter, able to lay down the backline. Azali with another clean punch in, and yeah, picks up a second kill. There's a primal from Flawless, but I don't know. That the usage of that primal not looking pretty flawed to me.
Yeah, he invested it when he already lost, like, what, 3 people, 2 people at the very least, so there was only so much he was going to do unless he was going to boop everyone off the point, and couldn't get anyone off the point, so even Jason managed to survive the wrath of the train. And the Angry Monkey sounds like a bad adaptation of King Kong, but either way, looking at this next fight, Hope's Peak actually have some ultimates to invest, with Powerhouse have more.
Yeah, there it is, as you mentioned. Mythology already with the beat, so everyone can get nice and aggressive speed. Again, winning out that main tank battle. And one on the Term as well. Yeah. Make that 3. He gets 3. Oh, 4! 4. Counted the 4, guys.
And now you're getting into, like, a fight and a half territory, right? Like, you're gonna have one... Well, by the time they recoalesce, Hope's Peak are really only gonna have one more fight, because they got staggered quite a bit. They do have, again, more ultimates because they didn't even use any last engagement, but they're going to have to find a way to get value out of them like never before.
Oh no! Boreal, that was nasty. He gets geoed immediately off rip, but the window for Pixel Master is big, able to zone off a lot of people, pump out a lot of damage. And yeah, Hope's Peak, they're able to clutch that one out. I mean, they lose geoed early, but I guess it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, they didn't need the Lucio, they didn't need the beat. As long as their Baptiste has the burst heals, they should be fine. And Geode's gonna be back so quickly. He's already almost halfway to the enemy spawn, so Powerhouse gets to say hi earlier. But I mean, both teams invested basically their entire ult economies outside of what the Bat Matrix from Jason, the beat from Geode, and that's about it.
Oh, there it is. There's the Ant Matrix from Jason. Oh. Yeah, Flawless is dead. That's what happens when you jump at an Ant Matrix. Unfortunate. And Zolly going into the backline, able to get Pixel Master, unable to get the lamp off on time. You see it just sitting on the point. Very sad and alone. A beat out from Geode now. A little late. Your team has already fallen, and Speed going at Naisu, just spinning him to the wall, taking him out. You know, Powerhouse just playing on a entirely different tempo from last map. You have Flawless trying to stall the point, but it's not enough. It's not going to be enough. Pixel Master's the next one to touch, but that's it.
That's gonna be first point to Powerhouse, but keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is a first to three, so there's
First
quite
to
a bit
three.
more series to go.
There's a little more gaming
Okay.
a little more gaming to have take place here. Yeah, nice play of the game here. This very fast shatter. I guess we can see how Naisu builds up those shatters.
Oh dear.
There it is. Yeah, that was a 25-second shatter from Naisu. 25 seconds.
That's just ridiculous.
It's insane.
That's that shouldn't be happening. The fact that he's getting away with it is nuts. I think there's a little bit on Powerhouse as well for grouping up as much. I mean, I know they're playing like a brawl composition, so ideally they're in the death ball, but it is funny still to see that they're just letting Speed outpace Flawless. Who, I mean, Flawless is a long time veteran in this community. He's been one of the top main tanks for at least 2 seasons now, and Speed being a rookie. Or no, sorry, what am I saying? I don't even know.
Hey man,
Brain
you know
fart.
this.
I'm
You know these
usually-
players
I'm used-
better than I do.
I'm used to seeing Flawless on the Reinhardt. Let me update the score thing.
Hey, you know, maybe we see Flawless on the Reinhardt here. Who knows? You know, again, they're still running double main tank, so definitely means a lot of silly stuff can happen. The next map we will be going to is Eichenwald.
Yeah, definitely. So that's gonna play potentially into some Pharah and Echo compositions, maybe some more long-range hit scan. It is worth noting that Powerhouse is opting to defend, so we're gonna see a side swap there. I don't expect too many substitutions. The only one I could really see would be Powerhouse subbing in Rectophobia potentially for Boreal, if they want to play some of that Tracer.
Oh,
No?
we've been debated. There is no side swap.
Okay, they want attack still, so they're good.
Yeah.
Wait, no, okay.
Oh,
What?
no. Oh my
Wait,
god.
No. Okay, we almost went
Oh
into
my
the...
god. Okay, Powerhouse is doing a little bit of trolling with their side
Uh,
picking.
Okay, it looks like Powerhouse final decision is going for defense.
Defense first. Yes. Defense first. This is an NAEU Prod 10 moment.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't know if we have any EU player. No, yeah, Geode is EU. Well, he's from the UK.
This is an NAEU Prod 10 moment. Those in chat, if you know, you know. I will not be elaborating. For I am tangentially involved in the incident, so I will not be elaborating. I am Ardor's social media,
Uh-huh.
so I am tangentially related.
That's funny.
But
Either way, doesn't look like too many substitutions are coming in. Granted, Hope Speed
Yep.
only has one sub, and that's knock on wood. Eternity is, I think that's client, and he's just like a mental health coach slash kind of.
he's
coach.
chilling.
I mean, he does coach a little bit, but I thought he was more focused on Rio, the team he manages. So
Yeah.
either way, it doesn't look like Powerhouse want to sub anyone else in at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I guess as if you know, he's the team hype man, I suppose.
Okay, there we go. We're actually going in this
Team
time.
hype. Yep. No more debating, guys. Actually, Eichenwald, real. We're in the game. So I wanna see main tank action here because Eichenwald is a map you can run a lot of comps on. I've seen Brawl, I've seen Ball, I've seen Double Bubble, I've even seen Double Shield ran on this. So Eichenwald is an enigma, and I want to see how these teams utilize it.
Looks like Powerhouse are running
Okay,
more
well-
stereotypical brawl.
Very standard rush comp, and oh,
Well, okay, Hope Speak is on the
Flawless.
offense, so they can meme around a bit and spawn if they'd like. I have seen the Wrecking Ball Reinhardt to varying levels
not
of
a-
success.
I'm not a fan of the Ball Reinhardt because the synergy just isn't there.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
Ryan isn't necessarily fast, and he doesn't have like the dive capabilities to help follow up with Ball. But I suppose if you're in the back line, all Ryan has to do is just press left shift and he's there with you. I guess that's what they're gonna go for here.
Oh, they're actually rolling out on it. Okay, so this is going to be a very split composition just in general. I mean, you're going to have Fire Mercy, you're going to have the Tracer, Ball, and then you're just going to have the Moira and Ryan kind of chilling in the back line.
Yeah, so I do like this comp though. It's interesting. You have multiple points of attack, and you see Flawless is already set up for an engagement into the back line. There's the slam. He's gonna get frozen and knocked around. Doesn't fall, doesn't die, but very close. Naisu does though. Naisu falls. Mythology getting a nice clean kill, but Flawless and Adbon says, "Yeah, we're gonna avenge our Reinhardt, and we're gonna take the point. One tick already down, and yep." Adbon is just creating so much space just by merely existing right now. It's insane, considering they have a McCree and a Diva. Mythology a little bit too aggressive. Gets bursted down. They finally take out Adbon, but you're down so many members. Never mind. Jason and a Sully coming up huge, killing 4.
Are you kidding?
Resurrection on the Flawless is gonna be all for a nod as heroics coming out from Powerhouse.
I mean, we said it before, Powerhouse is basically clutch incarnate. Like, you can't allow your target focus to falter like that, or you're gonna lose the fight, because you know that they're coming back from spawn, especially when you killed Mythology, so they're gonna have speed boost coming back from... Okay, well that's not great either.
Oh, Zolly takes out Pixel
they're
Master.
going
Do get the res off, but Geode pays with their life. Turn Pulse Bomb does connect on the Immortality field. So, dumb?
I mean, by the time they
Hope's Peak is gonna have to... Yeah, they're gonna have to retreat.
Yeah, by the time they get Geode back, the Immortality field's already gonna be back as well, so really a net even in the grand scheme of things. I mean, you have some ultimates online for Hope's Peak, but I'd say you have more and more important ones online for the defense, so unless they can really get something out of this barrage or minefield...
Oh no, not again. Pixel Master... You can't be getting picked off like that. And you see the shatter from Speed and the bomb from X-Runner. Naisu just, accepts defeat, but Flawless does get one. Wait, Jason's down. Geode's gonna go for the Valkyrie to keep his team tops up. Term gets High Noon. You don't see that every day. A Tracer getting High Noon. Adbon is just going to barrage in a blizzard. He does take out a Zolly, but the beat from Mythology keeps everyone else alive. Looks like Pixel Master is back along with Naisu. A shatter! He lays 2 on the ground. Mythology is out of the fight. No more speed boost, no more tickle healing. X-Runner is... destroys his own mech. And they cap. What a fiasco. What a fiasco. What a clown fiesta that one.
I would expect nothing less from these teams and these players, honestly. You have Naisu done a little bit of a journey with Reinhardt through the castle, but I guess he decides to back out. Both teams invested literally everything they had in terms of ultimates into that one fight. I honestly think if the point wasn't, just one tick away from being captured, there probably could have been a longer engagement there to drag out for the ages. But thankfully, for all our sanities... Okay, well...
Oh! On the topic of our sanity, Speed does go in aggro, gets a shatter off, pins away Pixel Master, and takes out Term. They're just running out of Powerhouse. Speed gets a little too overzealous, does die in the backline, but his team is there to follow up. Mythology and X-Runner getting some cleanup kills there means they'll be able to stop the cart. This is a nasty place to hold on Eichenwald.
Yeah, we've seen more and more OWL teams in particular start to hold here, and that's kind of trickled down to Tier 2 and whatnot prior to, like May or so. I didn't see too many teams have to hold here as much as underneath the little bridge that you see Powerhouse kind of setting up on, but defense has to get a little bit more aggressive, and speaking of which...
Okay! Terrible. Gets a punch onto Wazali, but gets traded out. Oh, Speed! Oh, Naisu winning the main tank duel, and EMP catches 4 of Powerhouse, and Flawless going, oh, he's going mad with the Primal Rage. Yeah, he's mad alright.
And that's going to be Hope's Peak pushing it quite a bit further. They're obviously not going to get all the way through second point without at least another fight, especially because Powerhouse have the High Noon, they have the Bomb, they're going to have the Blizzard and the Shatter soon enough.
Oh, yeah, there it is, and Speed. Onto the High Noon. Azali does get hacked out of it, but they are able to take out Naisu. Oh my god, 2 environmental kills. Shield and Term coming up huge. And then the Doomfist into the back line just to create a lot of disruption. Mythology gets hacked up. No more wall riding for you. And okay, Speed with the fadeaway shatter, but yeah, he just falls instantly. No follow-up, so Hope's Peak going to be capping.
And Azali goes over to the Doomfist like clockwork.
There it is.
You love to see it turn.
Yep, nature is healing. That's all he's on Doomfist.
Now coming into this next fight, I'd expect Powerhouse to probably toss in the bomb just to stop the progress a little bit further. Maybe not X-Runner holding on.
Maybe, though. The aggression coming out. Mythology's already taken out by Naisu. And the beat as well, keeping him alive. Naisu with a shatter as well. Lays out everyone else on the ground. Oh, Naisu just cannot be getting away with these aggressive shatters.
He's pulling out every card that he played last season in Pledge Intermediate. Or no, that was Advanced last season. But like, it's just insanity.
Okay, yeah, okay. Fight's already breaking out. Oh my god. X-Runner takes out Term, and the EMP denies a lot of value from Mythology's beat, and you see Flawless getting a kill on the Mythology here in end. Very even fight so far, both trading out players, but Azali able to take out Adbon. You don't see that every day, but a Coalescence keeping everyone topped up. Speed gets the shatter on the Flawless, so he will be falling. X-Runner's bomb creates a lot of space. Zones out Hope's Peak and the window. Cherry on top just to force them all the way back to the bond.
I'm not sure if they really... Okay, well, Geode was behind, apparently. So that's a pretty nasty stagger, and they're only going to have about 2 more fights, depending on how quickly they regroup and come in for Hope's Peak. Flawless actually on the Zarya. Now, this is the one off-tank I know him to be rather proficient at, so I'm not too shocked about this. This might have been the plan from the beginning, is get away with the double main tank as long as possible, and then put Flawless on the one off-tank he's...
Oh my god, they're all camping the corner. There it is! Oh! Naisu able to get behind the aggression from Powerhouse. Yeah, Naisu's just going to take Speed on a little bit of there. Into the back line. And
this is turning.
While all this is happening, you see Flawless going off on the Zarya. The Doomfist ults committed from both teams, but looks like Term is going to come on the top. Wow.
Flawless actually playing the role of the main tank even when he's not on a main tank character, since Naisu's coming back from spawn. And Geode has beat still, mind you, so that's a lot of survivability.
Oh, yep, there it is. There's the survivability. The beat is down as Speed lays out the shatter into the back line. The Immortality Field keeps him alive, but just barely. And again, just barely able to stay alive, but Admon on the Junkrat. A lot of burst damage. And X-Runner, last-ditch effort with the self-destruct, gets taken out by the Skill Orb. Mythology 0.01 meters. They're going to want to stall this out to overtime, but will they be able to do it?
No.
Speed just barely unable to touch the point. 2 seconds on the clock. Oh, Powerhouse is gonna have to be. They're gonna be turning in their graves after that one.
That's a little bit tragic. Not the worst thing in the world, because even if Powerhouse capture all 3 points in overtime, they're gonna get another attempt. So at the very least, they got it under a minute. But I'm sure they would have loved to get it into overtime, so that if they got it over a minute in 3 on their attack, then Hope's Peak would be in a draw or lose scenario. But both teams are relatively even now. It's really just on Powerhouse to complete the map in order to stay in. Otherwise, Hope's Peak is going to even up the series, and that's going to be pretty good for them. I'm honestly really liking the term Doomfist. In past seasons, he's pulled it out as sort of a meme, but this time around it seems to be more of a set strategy. And that's kind of impressive to me, especially because while he is friends with a lot of the players on Hope's Peak, he technically joined the team only like 2 days ago, something like that. It's more or less on a whim because Hope's Peak lost like 2 or 3 DPS players all at once due to inactivity or other obligations. So they're slotting in rather nicely with the term Adbon DPS duo, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, they're just bouncing off each other really well. You know, Adbon trying to go for the aggressive kind of engage, and Term just coming into your backline on the Doomfist, able to clean stuff up. It looks like they're going to want to do that again here as well with the Sombra Doom, Hack Fist coming out.
Once again, seeing Flawless on the Winston, I guess I can't blame him too much because there's a lot of choke area to get a lot of cleave damage up already.
Oh, Azali gets blown up immediately. They do trade it off for Flawless, but Term, a nice punch on a Mythology. Should just spell the end of this attack as you see Naisu getting very nice and aggressive there. He's already 70% to a shatter!
How does this man do it? He's outpacing, like, Maintain to significantly outrate him in terms of raw SR numbers, but as we've seen so many times in the past, that really doesn't matter. Once you're at this level, as long as you're coordinating with your team, he's 95%.
Oh! Aw, Pixel Master.
Oh, they were not
gets
expecting
hidden out,
that.
but oh my god, Term coming up huge here, getting 2 picks on to the DPS line. Speed falling extremely low, finally gets taken out. Naisu did invest the shatter there. I think it did lock up some players from Powerhouse and X-Runners. X-Runner's gonna get staggered. Okay, never mind. They're not gonna stagger it. But
no.
devastating though. So devastating.
Yeah, and when you're looking at it, I mean, Hope's Peak definitely has the better ult economy. They're going to have the Primal Rage, they're going to have the Beat, they have both DPS ultimates. Adbon's looking for EMP already. I'd expect that to come out rather soon.
Yeah, and you see a Zolly. Oh my god, a 6-man EMP from Adbon. Oh my goodness. This man is, absolute insane gameplay on the Sombra today. Just crucial hacks, crucial EMPs.
Yeah, well...
My god, I'm just blown away.
Thinking back to last season when Adbon was keeping pace with... Oh god, I think it was Bun on the Sombra, who at the time was a Contenders Trials DPS player who was playing Sombra in that meta. Adbon's kind of living up to his past reputation on the hero.
Yeah, and you see they're just playing every character to their strengths. Pixel Master getting an opening pick with the Coalescence. The Beat, the Shatter, everything is coming out. X-Runner getting one onto Geode, so teams are even at the current moment. But Powerhouse are going to aggress. Naisu falls. Boreal with 3 in the fight. Can't he make it 4? Yes, he will. 5. Make that 5. As Powerhouse coming out on top of that fight.
That's ridiculous. That was Powerhouse kind of just chucking everything at the wall and seeing what stuck because they needed to. They only had like 3 more fights and they kind of wanted to get things moving along. You know, second point's kind of notorious for the clock just being killed utterly, so they really needed to get it moving along, and now they have at least a decent time bank.
Oh wait, Term though, he's doing the rollout. Looks like no one's there for him to roll out on though, so Jason gets 2 picks off the back of his window. Geode, sure, yeah, he gets one onto a Zolly, but, your team's dead. So, another clean engagement from Powerhouse.
However, now here's the big opening for the defense. Hope's Peak has quite a few ultimates, including the EMP coming up in just a few moments. It's going to passively charge up to that by the time they're ready to engage. Powerhouse really don't have anything. Boreal might have his Death Blossom midway through this upcoming fight, but otherwise they have nothing. So this is going to be Naisu and Flawless's and Admon's best.
Okay, there it is, yeah. As you alluded to, the EMP opening. Jason gets taken out immediately. Boreal does pop the Blossom, as you did say, but unable to get that much value. Does take out the main tank though, so no Reinhardt's on the field, and he gets one on his Term as he tries to go aggressive to clean up Powerhouse. X-Runner is D-Max, but yeah, Baby Diva is simply just superior. Sombra, gone. Yeah, Powerhouse, they win that despite the EMP shatter. Despite the EMP, no shatter.
Hope's Peak
I think they're just gonna go at it again too. Yeah, that's the crazy part.
They're already back. They want to engage once again.
Okay! Abdon hacks up Mythology, so he's unable to wall ride, falls off the map. But Naisu's Shatter, I want to talk about that really quick. He slid on the cart, which allowed Speed to block it.
That's tragic. Oh, Term is showing a little bit of his Doomfist parkour training right there. I'm sure he's loving every second of this that he's actually getting to. And ironically, play Doomfist for once before it was just sort of a throw pick. But they're making it work this time around. Powerhouse cutting through the castle, but they are kind of putting themselves in a nasty little.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's all he gets hacked up. Speed with the Shatter, but it's unable to connect to anything. Nice EMP, nice beats. Sorry for Mythology, just to keep everyone topped up, and a boop as well, and a Pixel Master. And Powerhouse are just going to continue rolling over Hope's Peak right now. The Primal from Flawless is going to stall things out. Maybe he's going to look for a boop, but unable to.
I was expecting at least one environmental there, but Powerhouse has done a really good job of denying any value from the environmentals.
Goodbye, term. Just goodbye, term. Flawless is back on the Zarya. So, you know, it's pretty standard rush stuff. Adbon with a big EMP forces Mythology back to spawn. Geode as well, so no Lucio's in the fight for either team, but Jason's Coalescence is going to keep everyone nice and topped up. Pixel Master has one of his own. Let's see if he will use it here. As you see Term going a little aggro, or is that the other? Maybe I was looking wrong. Never mind. Coalescence opening here. Speed Shatter does get blocked by Naisu as they continue to aggress. There it is. The Coalescence taking out Speed. And Term forced to use the Meteor Strike. But this fight is all but won.
It's going to be Hope's Peak holding on for a little while longer, and we're now getting into do or die territory here, where Powerhouse don't have too much more time to capture. Now, granted, they just need to get all 3 points, and they'll get another minute to attempt in extra rounds, but I'm sure they'd love to get a little bit of extra time, the
oh my god! Okay, Adbon is dead. Naisu's Shatter! He dies mid-animation. Jason, another Coalescence here already. Built up another one. That's... wow.
Now you are going to have Flawless with the grab. If they can touch, they should be able to stall for a little while, so I'd expect to see that grab come out rather soon once he builds it.
Yeah, there's the grab. Immediately pops the moment he gets it. The beat, though, from Mythology, able to weather the storm here as Term back on the Doomfist. Almost has a Meteor Strike, but Speed Shatter is just going to lay all the stallers on the ground, and no one's going to be able to touch from Hope's Peak.
Alright, well, got about, what's that, about 2, maybe 1.5 extra fights for Powerhouse in the grand scheme of things, which does mean they defend first this time around. So it's going to be up to Hope's Peak to make a statement with this next offense. It took them a little while to break through. First point the first time around, I think 2 or 3 pushes. So they don't really have that this time around. It's going to be basically 2 fights and they're done.
Yeah,
they're going to need to make something work.
That was crazy. I saw Adbon get punched to death by a Zali. Now that is something you don't see every day.
Okay, so we are actually seeing some adaptations here from Powerhouse on the defense. They're running the Torb McCree now, so I think they're fully expecting the Hack Fist to come out, because they know that those are Term and Adbon's more favorite heroes, but we're seeing a complete comp shift being teased. Now, as to whether the Torb and the McCree are still viable, but it's not going to be the direct counter anymore to the Hack Fists that they were running. Flawless actually on the Diva, and I think I've only seen flashes of it, so I can't say if it's another off tank that he's actually proficient at, or if this is just kind of filling the role. Okay, so we do have turn swap over to the Reaper. Means it'll be a little bit less long range damage coming in, but otherwise they're just going to be looking to deathball their way onto the point.
Which I think is definitely the play here, because, you've never ran this pretty standard rush before. They're not going to expect it. And again, they don't really expect it. They're just going to go on to point, take the fight there. A nice wall onto the tanks of Powerhouse. So Speed is immediately taken out. And you see Mythology a little aggressive, actually. Surprised he doesn't get picked off here. But the Immortality Field is invested by Pixel Master, who already has the window.
I don't know if they'll even need it, because it looks like they just are going to take at least 2 ticks at this point. They might be able to come back in for a recontest, but I'm not sure if they want to.
Oh, that is a nice spook from Geo to deny the touch. Oh, Caps point A here. But, oh man, they're losing the fight. It's not looking too hot if you are a Hope's Peak fan. Windows invested from both teams, and the Tor Molten Core is just going to be all over the point. Beat has to be invested by Geo. Dazali with the high noon takes out Flawless. This is Mech, and yeah, there's just no one alive for. Wait! Naisu! That is a large shatter. Able to stall just long enough for his team to respawn, but it's not going to be enough. Too little, too late. As Powerhouse just stops the cart right there at point A.
1.11 meters. I don't think I've ever seen that.
1-1. Oh my god.
That's hilarious. According to Twitch chat, actually, Knock. Okay, so he's Knock, right? Well, I guess you're in the lobby. Okay, he's Hope's Peak substitute, but apparently Term only had 1 scrim with Hope's Peak. So that sounds about right. Either way, they pretty much have to defend first point with their lives, because if they give it up, it's not very far until it captures everything. I'm actually curious to see where the box of
Unless you want to
victory.
do a little, unless you want to do the funny, just like what Powerhouse did, and you just give up the point but win the fight. In which case, respect.
I don't think they have
But
enough wiggle room to pull that off.
well, I mean, I didn't think Powerhouse was gonna pull that one off either, but they did. So maybe maybe we see just the same dominance come out from Hope's Peak.
Possibly, yeah. So unsurprisingly, we have Pete go back over to the Hack Fist for defense. It worked a lot better. So I don't blame them for sticking with this. I mean, they managed to capture first point, but didn't really get much further after that. They couldn't build up to the Blizzard or anything that would have helped them carry on a bit further. And unsurprisingly as well, Powerhouse just sticking with old reliable at this point. The only difference being Jason on the Moira instead of the Baptiste, but that's kind of been a standard swap here and there for them depending on the point.
Yeah, both these teams running the Moira here instead of the Baptiste, which may prove detrimental. Nisu's already dead.
Ooh,
Flawless gets
no.
one on the Mythology, but Pixel Master gets immediately traded out.
No.
Everyone's just dead from Hope's Peak. But if you look on the bright side, they all died together. They have a chance to recontest this point, but they're going to have to be really quick.
Looks like... Wait, can I even touch in time?
Oh, Flawless is on the ball, so he will be moving into touch, and he does get the touchdown.
No!
But can anyone else come? No!
There wasn't enough time to rotate the way Flawless wanted. There wasn't anyone there.
Ah.
That's what I meant when I said it was a little bit too dicey. There wasn't enough wiggle room. Once again, Isu stealing play of the game. I'm not sure which one this could be. Once again, a lot of shatters.
Oh. Just the aggression that they took here.
Oh.
The shatter as well. Yeah. Wow. Half of that went into the wall, but the other half was just enough to knock everyone on the ground. So great stuff coming out from Naisu, but it's not going to be enough here. MTD in the match chat, and yeah, MTD.
Yeah. Just update the score on the stream graphic. There we go. And yeah, Powerhouse up 2-0 in the series. They're on match point. It's going to be rather difficult for Hope's Peak to take the series at this point. It's now reverse sweep or bust. And this is somewhat expected to have a Powerhouse be pretty dominantly in favor, but even so, I mean, Hope's Peak have shown signs of life, so if they just bring that together a little bit more, clean up just a tiny bit extra, and I think they can certainly bring it back one map at a time, baby steps. They can't worry about, oh, how are we going to win map 5? Just worry about map 3. I believe that's going to be Escort, if I recall, because Control Hybrid, Escort,
indeed.
and then Assaults, because no one likes Assault.
It is Escort. I mean, this could be the weekend of upsets. I mean, we saw Geometric take down Rear Redemption, the 0-6 team, beating the 6-0 team in Novice Friday. So maybe we see Hope's Peak come back, reverse sweep Powerhouse. This is just the weekend to do it with.
Possibly, yeah. Now, it is worth noting as well that every weekend Advanced has mirrored each other for score lines. So first week we had 3 1s. Last week we had 3 2s. This week it would be really funny if we had more 3 2s, but they were both reverse sweeps. I don't know the status of the other game, nor the intermediate game that was rescheduled for tonight. Granted, you can go check that out in the other streams if you want, but don't forget to come back here. And it looks like, okay, wait, 2CP. I believe Escort is the next.
2CP. Isn't it Escort? Huh. I believe
Escort is Escort because I'm pretty sure I was there in the staff meeting when we were saying, okay, what rotation do we do? And then everyone said 2CP so that if we get a 3-0, we don't have to play 2CP.
It does also reduce the chances of ties, I think. Always want to have as little chance for a draw as possible in the game of Overwatch. So Flawless, a little bit of trolling. Locked Volskaya, but unfortunately, you will not be able to play Volskaya unless you win this Escort map. So I appreciate the enthusiasm, though. I think he just says, yeah, guys, we already won Escort. We're just going to go on to 2CP. I think he's just trying to send a statement here. So, we could go ahead, update the match graphic,
That's under the assumption that That's under the assumption that Powerhouse would want to go to Volskaya either way. They can assume they're
You
going to
know,
win Escorp, but they.
he Flawless is just playing 5D chess right now. He's already seen the future. He hit up Doctor Strange and said, "Yo, they're going to Volskaya," and he just said yes. So
Okay, looks
yep,
like Dorado will
yeah,
be the next
Dorado.
snow.
Dorado will be the map.
Same color scheme, except
Yeah.
minus the snow.
It's both a map based
Oh wait,
on a like a
Dorado's not in the
very
map
power
pool.
hungry company. Not in
Yeah.
map, but it's not in map pool. Okay.
Oh dear. We have a manual for these teams. They just don't read it. This is the advanced division. The higher the SR, the less literate they are. So
I mean, then again, like you can really only pick two things. You either get good grades or you play Overwatch. They don't cross. They never cross.
yeah. Well,
I can say so myself. I can say so myself. They don't come together. I don't think you've ever heard of a PhD student playing Overwatch. So,
trying
here
to
we
think
are.
of some former tier 2 coaches, but I don't know if they went far in school versus were just really smart at Overwatch. But either way, the map pool is going to be Gibraltar, Rialto, or Route 66. It looks like Gibraltar is going to be the actual map. Now that we're there. It looks like they're swapping in Recto and Marquee. Marquee probably coming in for Pixel Master, and Recto are probably for. I don't know actually. Oh wait, no, sorry. Marquee's on Powerhouse. So Marquee for Jason it would be, and then Recto for Real, I guess. I don't know. It depends on what DPS they want to run. I would expect Azali Recto because Recto usually comes in for the Tracer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rectos, and then so Powerhouse probably gonna look to play dive here. Maybe double bubble, maybe a little bit of a ball comp. Because Gibraltar. I wonder what Host Peak's gonna do because I mean, you've been running Winston and like Reinhardt from a match, so I want to see what they do here.
I can see him try a bit of the double bubble. Flawless has looked pretty good on the Zarya. It kind of depends on Naisu's ability to play the Winston, though, or swap over to like a Zarya or any kind of off tank. I really only know Naisu as like that Rhine 1 trick, and he's kind of perpetuating that even further, so it's hard to say. He does have some other main tanks in his repertoire looking at his career profile, but it's mostly Reinhardt, like very much Reinhardt. Um, so it's hard to say what they want to run. Looks like Powerhouse's coach is giving bits of
You gotta it's like mid scrim. You just launched up the map. You're pressing Q to add time, and your coach is just yelling at you the entire way. That's just what's happening right now. So, Powerhouse getting the mid game coaching, I suppose.
at
Yeah.
Bon and Switch chat.
At time, guys, I'm pressing. I'm meleeing. Why am I not going to the point, guys?
At Bon and Switch chat, closest 2-0 in existence. Not gonna lie. Well,
Very true.
You're gonna have to
Very true.
step that one up a bit because you don't want it to be the closest 3-0 in existence. At least make it a 3-1. Something along those lines, At Bon. Granted, you're not gonna hear this for 3 minutes, so either way, we're going into the map itself. Once again, it looks like Powerhouse is opting for defense. So you're going to see Hope's peak on the offense first and foremost. So we're going to get a peek at Powerhouse's composition a little bit earlier than what we can take seriously from Hope's peak.
What does Naisu play here, though? That's the real question.
Reinhardt. That's, yep. It doesn't look like they're memeing too much. So I don't know. I kind of hope they don't play the Reinhardt, but I've never seen him play anything either.
Pause.
Oh, okay,
We gotta pause. Mouse problem. So there's a little bit of a technical issue here for Powerhouse. As one of the players come down with a mouse problem. So, I guess we could talk about the comp a little more. I think the Reinhardt might be able to work out. You see, Term is rolling out on the Symmetra, probably looking to teleport the entire team to the high ground. So
going back in.
we're going back in, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
Possibly, yeah. It would certainly make sense. I still worry about like who's Naisu gonna swing at. Yeah, aside from just like being the person that stands on cart as opposed to like Geode. But even that doesn't feel optimal as opposed to literally anyone besides Orisa. Or like
Yeah.
actually I was gonna say or Zarya, but even Zarya would at least enable a double bubble composition. So a little bit worried here for Hope's Peak if this is all they can run.
Yeah, there it is. They teleport to the high ground. They are gonna brawl up here. Ana, they are playing this dive comp, but the Ana and the Brick are playing so aggressive. And there it is. Mythology falls, but the DPS from Powerhouse able to clean up the support line of Hope's Peak, and they're just gonna have to back off.
You know, last week Recto had one hell of a showing on Tracer on this specific map, and I believe one other. He's definitely their Tracer specialist for Hope's Peak. So you gotta put some respect on that name, because he's been nasty every single time he's played.
Yeah, and you see Flawless taking the soft dive up to the high ground. Nice, he just walks up here, but they're just gonna go to point. They're just gonna push the cart, because at the end of the day, that's what you're here to do. Push the cart.
That's probably the best option as well. Naisu slowly rotating up to the.
Term loses the Tracer battle though. Rectophobia coming out on top. Flawless anti, unable to do anything. Just gets instantly melted on the high ground there, and
wait, what?
Wait, Naisu.
Okay.
Almost takes X Runner off them.
No,
Marky gets the kill credit for that though, which is a little interesting.
What? How does that work? I don't. Whatever.
I think probably like a melee before he went into pin animation, but either way, Marquis does have the nano boost now. Probably gonna see that on the speed just to help supercharge that primal, and there it is. Speed is nanoed. Flawless gets slapped. A clean one from Marquis forces the primal rage to come out, but X Runner and Speed are in your backline, and they're taking everyone out back with them. And yeah, Powerhouse just clean fight. I mean, nice on this. Reinhardt just isn't getting anything done right now. 2 minutes down on the clock, and he still doesn't even have a shatter.
Yeah, again, like who does he swing at? The answer is no one. He swings at nothing. So he's not going to be able to build up the shatters as quickly. And even then, who does he shatter? Mythology?
True.
Okay, that's about it. And even then, are they going to allow him?
Maybe you shatter the bomb. Who knows? We'll see as they both take the high ground. Rectophobia gets gets a stick on the Geode.
Adbon?
That was a definitely interesting play from Adbon. That gets taken out by the bomb. Yeah, they're holding blue box, which I guess Reinhardt can do, but there's not much you're really gonna do. You're not getting any value by standing up there. You gotta push the cart. You only have about a minute left, and you see Geode move down there. Flawless is extremely low. Somehow stays alive, just barely.
Okay.
And yo, nice you got X Runner this time. He got the mech this time.
He didn't go off the map this time, so that's a good start. So they are coming into this with 5v6, and they're gonna force Powerhouse onto the point.
Flawless. This map so far, Flawless has just been like sleeping. He's just that man like pulled up to a sleep number store or something. Because that man is just asleep the entire time. And just always just getting wiped out. Adbon with the sleep onto the Blossom. With help from the Matrix from X Runner as well. So they're very close to capping, but not quite there yet. One more fight.
One more fight. Yet so far. Now the one caveat being that Powerhouse did invest quite a lot of ultimates to defend that point. They resisted the rally, the nano boost rather early on. Actually, it might have been the previous fight. They did use the primal rage, used the bomb. So unless Recto can get something big with the pulse bomb, that's not going to happen anymore.
There it is. Adbon getting an opening pick onto Rectophobia. Tracer out of the battle. No pulse bomb. No pick potential. Terms gets eaten by X Runner, but Adbon able to get a kill on a Mythology while that is happening. And Naisu with one onto Speed should guarantee the point. There it is. But okay, X Runner sat on Terp. He just squished him with the remake. But kills going both ways right now. But Hope's Peak should be coming out on top of it all.
Yeah, now that they do...
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, Naisu swapped over to Diva in the midst of all that. I think it might have actually happened in the previous fight, but the man is off of Reinhardt, so that's a good start. They probably needed this a lot sooner, but either way, they have a lot of resources coming into this next fight. They're going to have the Death Blossom, they're going to have the Coalescence, so when they actually decide to engage, they have a chance of pushing it a lot further.
Yeah, but the Nano Boost speed is in your backline with the Nano, and Adbon is already gone. Azali does get traded out, though, so 5v5 for both teams right now, but Mythology getting a nice kill onto Flawless. Forces the rally from Mythology with that Coalescence Geode as well with the beat, but it doesn't matter, man. Term's already taken out. Pixel Master gets one on the speed, so if the respawns come in clutch, they do have a chance to take a fight, but looks like they're gonna choose to go back to spawn.
Really interested to see that at the beginning of that fight, it looked like Powerhouse were losing slowly, and they weren't really investing any ultimates outside of the initial two support ultimates, but I guess they had confidence in their ability to bring it back in the neutral fight.
Oh wow, okay,
Nice
Adbon. That was a really nice move from Mythology to deny Adbon any value from the Death Blossom. See Flawless going into the backline with a Primal Rage, but it's just unable to get any value. Nicely does take out Mythology, but it's not going to be enough here to turn the fight. And yeah, Flawless just staying around, looking to get some ult charge, but it's without attack.
Oh!
Oh.
I caught that from Recto's perspective. Shame. Unfortunate that you lose. It's a Term of all people. Joking aside, though. Rather good 1v1 from Term, but he does end up getting staggered. Adbon onto the Echo. I guess that's just to get back faster, because I don't foresee him building up a copy anytime this point. So it's going to be rather difficult to
I think the Echo should have been picked from the start. I mean, Pixel Master and Geode on the Moira Lucio is just definitely not the support line you want, and I guess that is just showing here. You see Speed going into your backline with the Nano. He gets two right off the back of that Nano, and Marky getting one on the Term. You don't see that one every day, and yeah, Hope Streak are just going to get cleaned up here. No one's going to be able to touch. 62.77 meters is all they push it on second.
About halfway through, basically right where it ended, maybe a little bit further. I don't know how far back it rolled, but either way, that's not going to be exactly the hardest thing to push as long as Powerhouse are trying to run Brawl on Gibraltar, of all things. And they look pretty comfortable on the dive. I mean, that's what they were running the entirety of their defense, so I'd fully expect that. The only difference possibly, like Azali onto like Widowmaker if they really wanted to, but otherwise I'm fully expecting just the same old from them, and just kind of run it down main, see how far you can get it, and adjust once you get stopped, if they get stopped. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Enough. Same old. Now, the one nice thing for Upspeak is that this is probably a much better opportunity to run a slower composition like they're doing with the Reinhardt, because the offense has to come to them. So they can at the very least sit there and contest cart, and they know where the offense is going to be coming from. But it doesn't make it any easier to let Shatters.
Term is on the legs.
That is the most Term thing I think I've ever seen. When the chips are down, he very much likes to swap over to something like the Soldier, the Doomfist, unorthodox picks like that. So I'm fully expecting to see him run around like a maniac, attempting to get kills. As to his efficacy, I'm not quite sure yet. Depends on the day.
Well, doing a lot of poke, definitely what you want to do here. If you are Term, they're gonna have a skirmish there on the low high ground area, and yep, Speed's just gonna dive in. No support, doesn't get taken out, but they're just creating space, allowing the cart to get pushed. Yeah, they're just there it is. So Naisu does rotate onto the cart. Adbon gets one onto Azali, and Naisu getting a kill onto Mythology should force Powerhouse back. But Geode's falling extremely low. They might be able to pick him off here. Oh, but Flawless gets Flawless.
Recto is bloodthirsty. I guess he's
very
like a shark in the water.
Very bloodthirsty here, and getting just kill after kill after kill is Rectophobia. Already has a pulse bomb as well as a nano boost, so dicey situation here.
Looks like a soft disengage from both teams. Recto's gonna just kind of chill on cards. 1v1 Adbon, but Adbon doesn't have very much health to work with, so that's not a great start for the defense.
Yeah, Adbon, not quite sure you want to do that one. The pulse bomb goes in, but it's unable to connect with anything. But Speed is in your backline with a nano boost again. So he is just going to kill 3 right off the back of it. And Flawless props the Primal, but again, no value. Flawless has not gotten any value from Primals yet. Map.
And that's gotta be rough if you're Flawless. Because
and the bad spawn.
Yeah. And you can see the golden box of victory right there underneath the bridge, more or less where the card stopped originally. A little bit of an ambitious bomb from X-Runner, but I mean it does create quite a bit of space. And
it's what they needed.
So hard.
Yeah, look at Rectophobia. He gets 4 in that whole fight.
He has another pulse.
X-Runner does get DMAX, so that is kind of the golden, kind of the silver lining for that fight if you are Hope's Peak. But man, 4 minutes 15 seconds for that little distance.
They got less than 10 meters to push it, and I don't know if they could even get through the door.
Could they even touch? Yeah, you're right. It looks like Geode able to get the touch in, but Adbon gets pulse bomb stock. Rectophobia gets pinned by Naisu. So DPS are equal right now. The beat from Geo just keeps everyone topped up, just allowing them to contest the point. Speed is in your backline with a Primal. He takes out Geo, and Marky gets one onto Term and gets another one on the Pixel Master.
No.
Okay, it's the Speed and Marky show here as they both get lots and lots of kills and the nano boost as well. And yep, just gonna have to clean up the final stragglers from Hope's Peak, but this should be the map.
More or less, yeah. They do have to get on to the points.
They do a little bit. They do a little. Okay, they do a little bit of Atlanta raining there. Powerhouse 3-0. Just close 2-0, but definitely not a close 3-0. That last map on Gibraltar was not close.
Hey, and Speed actually claims himself a play of the game this time around. Probably just a lot of cleave damage. Yep. So Flawless.
Yeah, Nano Winston is just so devastating.
It makes it go from a tickle to an actual amount of damage, so it works rather well in favor of Speed. That's gonna be, like we said, 3-0 for Powerhouse.
You know, definitely not close Gibraltar. You know, you can't run Reinhardt on Gibraltar. You just can't. And, you know, we see it. We see it here from Hope's Peak. They tried to run the Reinhardt on Gibraltar, and it didn't work out whatsoever.
Alright, well, it looks like we're going to be getting Boreal in for an interview, so stick with us in just a moment, folks. I'm going to update the stream stuff so we can have the interview look all nice and pretty, so we'll be back in just a minute. Once I fix this. There we go. Okay, be right back.
So, hello everyone. Welcome back. We are here. We have the interview. We have Boreal here from Powerhouse. Hello, hello.
Hi there.
And congrats on the win. You guys played admirably. Just it's a smidgen, coming out a smidgen on top. A little, but also a little bit of trolling too.
A little bit.
Towards the end there, yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
in particular, I'm curious, Maria, were you what were you expecting, I guess, in terms of Hope's Peak plans this week? Because obviously they came off of a close map 5 last week. A little bit of a toilet bowl, depending on who you ask in the community, but they got it done. They were looking kind of strong on Busan. So, what were your thoughts going into the early parts of the match?
Um, to be honest, we knew that Dashi wasn't gonna be there. But at least I was expecting Adbon to be on off tank and Nitai to be on DPS. But obviously that's not what they did.
yeah,
So yeah, I guess we were expecting them to just play a lot of Brawl, and they did, but not really the Brawl that we thought they would.
yeah. Winston Reinhardt, definitely unconventional, very unconventional. And Adbon, big menace on the Sombra. But at the end of the day, you guys were able to shut him down. So what clicked?
Well, this match was a lot of nobody really scrims this comp. So,
True,
um,
sure.
this kind of comp is what they were playing is designed for teams that just play like meta, like us. It's designed to force you off, and to like make you switch. Because if you just run the Mei Cree, it doesn't really work. Especially because, bit of a Mei one trick, but the the Mei just doesn't really do much into that comp, and if you're not expecting it or you're not prepared for it, it's supposed to catch you out. But we pretty quickly, like after that round of Busan that we lost, we were like, okay, let's just start running Reaper and see where it goes.
Yeah,
So we swapped to Reaper, and obviously it worked. Um, and is not a hero that I really play very much. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
just
There
kind
were there
of
were there were there were a few interesting moments for sure.
yeah lost
But hey,
but yeah, it's not something I'm really used to. But at the end of the day, I'm the kind of player that I try and play what my team needs, and credit to the Powerhouse. We all knew what we had to do, and we were all constantly talking about, okay, how are we gonna get this win? Like, what do we need to do against what they're running? So it was really kind of that mid-map decision making, and a lot of that is we get that from our coaching. Clay Machine, who's our head coach, he's really good at coaching about this kind of stuff. So we've just kind of learned a lot about what we should do against these kinds, or again in these kinds of situations. So that really helped out a lot.
yeah, and I noticed a lot of mid game yapping from your coaches. Definitely forced us to stall out the stream a little bit. Putting us casters to the test.
Yeah.
But hey, at the end of the day, you know what? You came out with the W. That's all that matters. You guys continue your dominance. You're currently 3-0 going into the half of first half, ending the first half of the season. Yeah, amazing accomplishment. Like, do you think Hope's Peak, if they had all their players, what do you think would have happened?
Um, I the thing about this match is Hope's Peak played great. They played a lot better than I expected them to. And that's to their credit. Like they knew what resources they had, like being down Dashi, and having two main tank players. So they prepped with what they had, and that's a really big thing. The only thing I would see is, um, I think when it is just pure meta, we are still better by a pretty significant amount. Um, and that's not to discredit hopes. I just think that you know, we know, we're confident. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure, for sure.
but it's just I don't know if having their whole roster would have changed anything. It would have changed the comps they played and how we responded, but like when you saw in Jib when we were on what we actually practiced, it
Not
was
close. Just
yeah.
not close. Yeah, for sure. And you got anything to say to the fans?
Um I don't think Powerhouse has many fans left at this point. So um uh
Well,
you know, we're not as bad as you guys think we are, except Speed. He's wow. Jeez, that
you
guy.
know what? Yeah, it's so true. So true. Doo
So
doo.
true.
Terrible. I mean, shout out my man Seed, man. I've known him for like a little over a year, so small world we live in. Didn't expect to run into him here in League Zero, but hey, taking the W, that's all that matters. Uh, so nice work from you, from everyone on the team. I mean, yeah, that Gibraltar map really wasn't close.
Yeah, as I was watching, I was listening to their comms. I was like, they're going to walk off the point, aren't they? And they did. They
Yeah.
that definitely will not come back to bite us in the ass like it did Atlanta.
Hmm.
Knock on wood.
For sure.
Well, looks like your team is calling you out for not giving them shout outs in Twitch chat now that the delay has caught up. So,
I mean, I think they're a little behind. I mean, I can give, like, I've known Recto since last season, when I was on Easy Clap as Strider, and Recto's a great guy. He's super calm, and he's insane. Like his Tracer, I was specking it on map because I've been trying to get better at Tracer, and he is just. I don't think there's a Tracer in the league that's as
Yeah.
good as he is.
I have not
Um,
seen a Tracer in League Zero as good as he is so far.
no,
So
Myth
yeah.
is insanely smart, and he's an incredible main support. Again, I don't really think there's any main supports that really stack up to him very well because he just knows exactly what he's doing. Um, he's also a pretty fun guy to hang out with. Jason, I've known Jason for a while. He's young. He does a little trolling. But he's super good at BAP, especially in Brawl. He has that kind of aggression that we need. And then Peter is, he is one of the biggest feast or famine players I've ever seen. But when he is on, uh, he is just insane. Like he will kill 6 every fight, and there's nothing the other team can do about it.
Yeah.
Speed. He's very, very good, and he talks a lot.
True.
Sometimes too much. Myth wants to ult track, and Speed's still talking.
True.
But he expects a lot, and he should because he's really good when he's on his game. And then X Runner, he can't eat an ult to save his life, but he's such a relaxed off tank to play with, and he really knows how to keep people's heads in the game. Like if Myth and Speed butt heads a little bit, X Runner's like, yo, we gotta stop yelling at each other and track ults.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then OPM, I hate that guy.
great way to
Yeah.
end it out. So, anyways, that's all the time we've got for. I don't know what the status of the other games are. Let me check the Discord. It doesn't look like anyone's in
Axo-
the casting booth.
Yeah, Axo 3-0'd.
Okay, so once again we have
Okay.
the week of
Another
Mirror.
another score mirror. 2-3-0s.
Advanced has mirrored every single week thus far, and actually have gone through every single scoreline possible. So,
Perfectly
anyways,
balanced. As all things
congrats,
should be.
congrats once again on the win over Hope's Peak. You get a break next weekend before you go back through the round robins. Thank you for the interview once again, Baril. I don't know if Intel's still doing the intermediate stream, but if that is not the case... No, okay, it looks like Motor
Uh,
Wombat already finished. So literally every game tonight's 3-0. Okay, well, that's all we've got. Hope
Three
you
Overwatch.
enjoyed this stream.
yeah, 3
Pretty
Overwatch.
much. And that's all we've got. So until next Friday or no, sorry, Saturday for intermediate, don't die.